What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now I know exactly what you guys are thinking. Oh, I've been lazy, I haven't posted content because I just didn't feel like it. I have good reason. Good news and some bad news. My son was born a couple days ago, and unfortunately he had to go to NICU, and he's in NICU at the moment. And it's not fun, and the worst part is that because of this whole coronavirus, I was only allowed at the hospital for a couple days during the birth, and well, I haven't been allowed back. So my wife is there, my son is there. It sucks. He's getting better. He's got some issues with his lungs and whatnot. Anyway, cars. I've been trying to get my mind off things, and I figured I'd pick up the camera a little bit late, but I did pick it up. So what have I been doing? I have finally installed my oil catch can, and I'm going to quickly tell you guys, because that's probably the title of the video, how I set it up. So here's my oil catch can. It's a Grady unit. I do need to get one of those little filters just like that. I'll go pick one up another day. Throw one on here. So I've got this big pipe. I forgot the diameters. I bought this in October 2019. It's now May something. I've got this big pipe running across to the top there. Then I've got my joiner that joins the other side. So all the cars have that standard. It's usually a black unit. And what I did is I blocked it off this end here that goes into the turbo. So from here, there's another pipe. You guys see that? And what I did, these blocking pieces, they actually worked out damn well. Before I tell you where I got them from, here's another one. Alright, what I did is I bought these rubber feet. They're actually for like tables and legs of chairs, etc. I just bought a whole lot of different sizes, and obviously I measured the ID of the pipes and all that stuff, and then I bought the right stuff. And it actually works out quite nicely. I just threw some clamps on them, and I'm pretty happy with how the job came out. Now, after looking at a whole lot of different setups of oil catch cans, I mean, there's tons and tons and tons on the internet. Guys will run two pipes across here into a catch can and then have a breather. Unfortunately, I've only got a 2-port, so I'll have one breather and then this pipe. But it's exactly the same thing with joining and then that. So this would be identical to having two pipes coming across and then having a 3-port, oil catch can. And then here the common thing is just to block off the turbo end. So what this is going to do now, I'm lost for words, but positive crank something, it hopefully will start pushing oil through to this Grady catch can. Anyway, there's so many other setups. There's also like a Nismo one that'll sit over there, and what will happen, the top one will feed off this side, so you'll block off there, you'll block off there, and you'll have that, it'll go into the Nismo one, then the other end into the turbos. And there's so many different setups. This is the one that I decided to go for. I was going to do that whole dual thing. I've actually got additional piping up there, and actually I was thinking about using that braided, but changed my mind, went for the black. But then I've only got a 2-port, so I figured I went with this. Exactly the same setup as that, like I explained, with the two hoses coming across. Then some more bad news. So this has been going on a couple of days with the whole hospital thing, and my head hasn't been right. So I kind of broke my radiator on this car. I don't have it here. I gave it to my old man, and he's taken it through to a place called Silverton Radiators. And I was stupid not to pick up this camera and show you guys, but the damage was hectic. Basically what happened is I was fooling around and cleaning up stuff, and I moved one of the radiator mounts, one of those guys, and one of those over there. And I was just cleaning up and cleaning stuff, and then I came back the next day and I forgot that I did that, and then I started up the car, and here's the viscous fan. Whoops, almost dropped it. Yeah, like most of the blades are bent, and especially that one is stuck right in the radiator. Okay, let me throw it down there for now. So what happened is the radiator kind of went forward slightly. I really wasn't thinking. It was just a stupid mistake on my end, and the fan went into the radiator. It broke right through the top end tank. It broke right through the bottom end tank. Wasn't pretty. Anyway, it's gonna go in for repairs. I don't know how much it's gonna cost. If it's too expensive, I'm just gonna buy another new one. And then I've got an electric fan already. It's a 14-inch electric fan. It's kind of like one of these universal ones. I can't import stuff right now, and nobody has stock of Spol, so, which is apparently the go-to make for electric fans when you're doing high performance stuff. And yeah, we're still on lockdown at the moment, so it's difficult for me to buy stuff. And I mean, hell, I can't even get to the hospital. They won't allow me in, so I can't buy performance car parts. So what I'm going to do with regards to this is I'm going to run the wiring through there, like I've done with everything else, like my boost controller and all the other goodies, coming through the wheel arch and then inside. And then I'm going to get, when I'm allowed to import stuff again, because currently we can't, I'm going to buy one of those thermo switches. I've looked around, I don't see anybody in South Africa who actually sells them. It's a little thermo switch that basically you will put, you know, like your water temperature sensor, you'll plug it in over here, the thermo guy, and then that will read, and when it hits like 79, 80 degrees, it'll flick over, and then the electric fan will come on. It's pretty basic stuff. In the interim, I have a bunch of cab tire wire. Well, I need that anyway, but that's going to get thrown through. I'm going to start feeding stuff probably tomorrow. And then I'll just run a switch, temporary switch, and I'll flick the radiator on manually when I need it. This hose needs to go. This is the hose for my overflow, and that goes to the radiator. I'm going to put a nice red one, or one of those black ones that are hanging over there. I redid my lip in the front, the N1 lip. I wasn't happy with the positioning. Plus, when people come over to work in the cars with me, I get a lot of people hanging on the bonnet while talking and whatnot, and it's just gradually been breaking and ripping off. It's pretty annoying. So I've filled it with silicone. I just need to smooth it out. I'm just giving it a little bit of time to skin. I'm going to do another coat of silicone on it, smooth it out. Otherwise, it's looking good. I just need to fix the gaps in the top. And then what else did I do? I put one of those things in for the mold, because this car had some mold issues. So did the RX-7. I've remounted my Apex C Commander. Now it's got Velcro on it, and that's an Apex C holder, just by the way. Actually, it kind of hides. I mean, from my point of view, so that's my point of view. It kind of, no, my point of view is down here. It kind of hides a tiny little dash bubble that I've got. You know, the common issue with the R32s. Oh yeah. I also redid my wiring. So I pulled this kick panel off yesterday. Pulled all this stuff, and I redid one of my grounds, because what was happening when I was putting this kick panel on, it was pushing one of my grounds right down. The ground would often come loose. I don't know if you guys remember, in like 2 or 3 videos ago, I had some electrical issues. Like I'd tap this and shit would come right again. Well, that was the problem. I fixed it. Joined the wires, put a little loop-de-loop, lost for words, can't think about anything right now. A little thing. And yeah. I need to get rid of this flipping gear knob. I've been saying to get rid of it for ages. Anyway, this car has been getting some much needed TLC, and I'm kind of just farting around and doing random stuff. I'm fortunate enough to have my mom here, and my mother's staying over at our house until my wife gets back, because I'm not in the right like mental state to look after my daughter. I mean, she's 3 years old. She's very demanding, and yeah, I mean, you got to give her a lot of attention. And like I said, I'm not in the right mental space, so I'm taking it easy. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm gonna go play with the MR2 now. I'm not gonna bother filming it because well, this is more about the R32 GTR, this video. I've got an exhaust leak on it, and I'm going to throw on something called Gum Gum. I think it's called Gum Gum. It's up here. Yeah, Gum Gum. So I'm going to throw this stuff on, try to get that exhaust leak to go away. It's like on the header side, I think. There's tons of videos out that Chris Fix has done it. Everybody's done it. I'm not going to bother filming. Where am I looking? Yeah. RB26 needs a clean up. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Anyway, thanks for listening in. Actually felt pretty good picking up the camera again and just kind of talking about where I am at the moment in my head. So I appreciate the views, I appreciate the subscriptions, and I'm sorry for not getting content out. See you on the next one. Peace.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction, cause you hold the power as long as you're driven.